Happy New Year and a half. Hour, that is. It's the sweetest music either side of 1963. Guy Lombardo and his Royal Canadians keeping them dancing cheek to cheek in the Imperial room at the world's tallest hotel, the Americana in New York. We're deep in the heart of the CBS Radio Network's 35th annual New Year's Eve dancing party. And it's in the shank of the morning, so let's move our shanks and shanks. Well, by golly, you're welcome. And now here's Mr. New Year's Eve himself, Guy Lombardo.
Well, thank you, George, and good evening, everyone, and a very happy New Year. We're going to do one of the big songs of the past year to start our program. Kenny Gardner has the vocal. As a matter of fact, a trio with Kenny. So here is Ramblin Rose.
Ramblin Rose, Ramblin Rose, why you ramble, no one knows. While the wind blows, that's how you've grown. Who can cling to a ramblin' rose? Ramble on, ramble on. When you're rambling, days are gone. Who will love you with a love true? When you're rambling, days are gone.
Now we have an instrumental on our New Year's Eve radio show, and here is Cimirron. And now we'll put our twin pianos to work, and they'll play Alley Cat. Well, if the Lombardo pianos sound exceptionally good tonight, that's because Carmen Cavallaro is sitting right beside them, and they're being real good. Carmen, nice having you here. Thank you. Now we'll have a vocal by Kenny Gardner, and Kenny sings, "Will You Still Be Mine?"
When lovers make no rendezvous to stroll along Fifth Avenue, when this familiar world is through, will you still be mine? When cabs don't drive around the park, no windows light the summer dark, when love has lost its secret spark, will you still be mine? When moonlight on the Hudson's not romancing, and spring no longer turns a young man's fancy, when glamour girls have lost their charm, when sirens just mean false alarms, when lovers heed no call to arms, will you still be mine?
Here's a number from our new piano album called Dancing Pianos, by the way. And we feature the Lombardo twin pianos again. Here is Unforgettable. Now here's a real good dance tune for New Year's Eve, and it's the Wolverine Blues.
And now a brief hiatus here in our New Year's Eve dancing party, while we tell you that there are lots of days ahead in 1963, and the majority of them will be brightened by the CBS radio network's daytime stars. Now, dialers at this radio address will be busy all year, smiling, chuckling, laughing, and guffawing at the merry antics of Arthur Godfrey, Art Linkletter, Gary Moore, and Durwood Kirby. CBS Radio is a network it's worth every minute of your time to listen to. And nothing is more listenable than the music of Guy Lombardo, coming to you from the Hotel Americana in New York City.
Well, thank you, George, for those very kind words. And here's a wonderful song this New Year's Eve with a vocal by Kenny Gardner, Fly Me to the Moon.
Fly me to the moon and let me play among the stars. Let me see what spring is like on Jupiter and Mars. In other words, hold my my hand. In other words, darling, kiss me. Fill my heart with song and let me sing forevermore. You are all I long for, all I worship and adore. In other words, please be true. In other words, I love you.
You know, on our TV show this evening, we had a lot of bossa nova dancers here. And by the way, they were led by Carmen Cavallaro, and he dances very well, I'll tell you that. So here is Desafinado. And here's an old favorite, all dressed up in a new arrangement for New Year's Eve. Kenny has the vocal, and it's Peg of My Heart. Peg o' my heart, I love you, we'll never part. I love you, dear little girl, sweet little girl, sweeter than the rose of Erin. Your winning smiles endearing, Peg o' my heart. Your glances with Irish arts, entrances, come be my own, come make your home in my heart. Now here's a number from our album called Lombardo Goes Dixie, and it's That's a plenty. You know, every year I have a favorite song, and I'm going to play my favorite of 1962. Not that it was written in 1962, but it sort of carried over into that year for its biggest popularity. And here is Moon River. And now we're going to start a medley with Little Coquette. Ladies and gentlemen, that's all the time we have for this New Year's Eve show, but this is Guy Lombardo telling you that it was wonderful being with you. And I'd like to remind you that starting this next weekend, we'll be in Tierra Verde, Florida for the rest of the winter, and hope you get down to see us there. And a Happy New Year, and here is George Bryant.
Thank you, Guy, and a Happy New Year to you, too. Merry Making America has been reveling at the New Year's Eve dancing party to the music of Guy Lombardo and his Royal Canadians in the Imperial Room of New York's Americana Hotel. Candy is dandy, liquor is quicker, but coffee is safer. Drive sober tonight. This is the CBS Radio Network.